Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing Fuller Digital Solutions, fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com.
Good afternoon. Welcome everyone as the Winona Christian School Lady Stars have traveled over to Carroll Academy to take on the Lady Rebels this afternoon. We're on the campus of Carroll Academy. We'll be bringing you Winona Christian School Lady Stars softball starting lineups. First, for the home team of the Carroll Academy Lady Rebels, starting at second base and batting first will be number 28, Helen Claire Cobb. Playing center field and batting second is number 55, Mary Braxton Cobb. Catching and batting third is number 24, Mary Bryn Reeves. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 21, Bella Carter. Batting fifth and pitching is number 22, Peyton Perry. And playing shortstop is 00, Presley Woods. Playing first base is number 4, Shelby Lane Kelly. And playing left field is Lexi McLean. And playing right field is number 17, Elena Garrett. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Winona Christian School Lady Stars. Leading it off for the Lady Stars and playing shortstop is number 2, Lenny Kate Wood. Catching and batting second is number 15, Kayla Barnes. Batting third and playing second is number 19, Allie Leach. And batting cleanup and pitching is number 28, Sarah Beth Rawls. We get set to get this one underway. Leading it off for the Lady Stars will be Lenny Kate Woods. She steps in to face Peyton Perry here in the top of the first inning, just underway. Perry's first pitch is on the way, swung on. This hit down the right field line. It hits just inside the line and bounces into foul territory, but it'd be a fair ball. So Lenny Cates starts it off with a double. Now up for the Lady Stars is number 15, Caleb Barnes. Barnes' first pitch from Perry swung on and fouled back and out of play. Barnes digs in, awaiting the 0-1 delivery from Perry. It's on the way. It's upstairs for ball one, even it up at a ball and a strike. Perry gets set with her 1-1 delivery to Barnes. It's swung on and fouled back into the net. Makes it a ball and 2 strikes. No outs. Wood, the runner, down at second base for the Lady Stars. Perry's 1-2 delivery to Barnes. Swung on, hit toward third base. Carter's up with it, throws it across in time for the first out. Woods will move over to third base. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 19, Allie Leach, with 1 out and 1 on here in the top of the first inning. First pitch from Carey, swung on by Leach, hit to Carter at third base. She bobbled it and is unable to get the throw in time to first base. And Leach didn't stop at first. She went on down to second, and Lenny Kate Wood comes around to score. Leach hit that one at Carter at third. She bobbled it a little bit and allowed Leach to reach just ahead of the throw down at first. The ball got away from first baseman just a little, and Leach took off for second. So she'll be down at second with 1 out. And Sarah Beth Rawls will be the batter. First pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Next pitch from Perry also stays upstairs for ball 2. Perry's 2-0 delivery to Sarah Beth Rawls. Swung on, foul back over the right side and out of play. Makes it a 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike on the Stars pitcher, Sarah Beth Rawls. 2-1 delivery from Perry. This is low and inside for ball 3. 3-1 the count on Sarah Beth Rawls. Allie Leach, the runner down at second base. The 3-1 delivery from Perry. Swung on. This one's fouled off to the right side and out of play. Brings it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Three balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. 1 on here in the top of the first. Lady Stars, and they won them upstairs for ball 4. So Beckwith steps in with 1 out and 2 on here in the top of the first inning. First pitch misses for ball 1. Next pitch is on the way, swung on. Third baseman gets up in the air, snags it, and doubles off Allie Leach down at second base for the double play. So Beckwith flies out to the third baseman, and then Carter catches Leach off of the bag at second. And we'll be back with the bottom of the first inning.
Visit the newly remodeled Guy's Catfish and Steakhouse in Vaden. Their buffet is now being served cafeteria style and still features all of your favorites, including
Live and cooked crawfish. Call for their prices.
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Stars softball. We get set for the bottom of the first inning. Lady Stars was able to scratch a run in the top of the first to take a 1-0 lead over the Lady Rebels. Lenny Kate Wood started off with a double and was able to leading off for the Lady Rebels in the bottom half of the first inning will be the second baseman Helen Claire Cobb, number 28. She'll step in to face Sarah Beth Rawls here in the bottom of the first inning. Rawls looks in, gets a signal. Cobb digs in, waiting the pitch. First pitch misses high and outside for ball 1. Rawls looks in, gets the signal. Her 1-0 delivery to Cobb is on the way, and also misses high and away for ball 2. The leadoff Lady Rebel, Helen Claire Cobb, the second baseman. Next pitch to Cobb is on the way. This time swung on and missed for strike 1. Makes it 2 balls and a strike on the Lady Rebels leadoff Helen Claire Cobb. Rawls' 2-1 delivery. This is outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Cobb. The Lady Rebels lead off here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-1 delivery from Rawls. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Three balls and 2 strikes on the Lady Rebels leadoff hitter Helen Claire Cobb. Rawls' 3-2 delivery. Swung on, hit into right field. Let it get down in front of the right fielder. She gets it into second base, so Cobb will be home down at first base with a leadoff single. Now to bring up the center fielder, number 55, Mary Braxton Cobb. Is on the way, swung on, foul back into the net for strike 1. One delivery from Rawls. Swung on. Missed. Foul tip for strike 2. Rawls ahead of Mary Braxton Cobb, 0-2. With a runner down at first base with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-2 delivery. Misses low and away for ball 1. Rawls' 1-2 delivery. Misses outside, even it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the center fielder, Mary Braxton Cobb. Rawls' 2-2 delivery to Cobb. Swung on and fouled on the right side. Two balls, 2 strikes with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And 1 on for the Lady Rebels. Rawls' 2-2 delivery is upstairs for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Rawls has gone full on the first 2 batters. Rawls' 3-2 delivery to Mary Braxton Cobb. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So this will be the first out here in the bottom of the first. Now to bring up the catcher, number 24, Mary Bryn Reeves. She'll step in to face Sarah Beth Rawls with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Reeves is on the way. Misses downstairs for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Lady Rebels catcher Mary Bryn Reeves. Next pitch catches the outside corner for a call strike 1, evened up at a ball and a strike. One and 1 on the catcher Reeves for the Lady Rebels. Rawls' 1-1 delivery is on the way. Swung on, hit towards second base. Leach has it, gives it to Wood for 1. On to first, but not in time, so they do get the out down at. They got the lead runner, Helen Claire Cobb, for the second out, so it's 2 outs. Reeves reaches on the fielder's choice. Now to bring up the third baseman, number 21, Bella Carter. Carter steps in with 2 outs and 1 on to face Sarah Beth Rawls in the bottom of the first inning. Reeves takes off on the pitch, so she is still second base on the pitch. Pitch to Carter was a ball. One ball and no strikes. The Lady Rebels third baseman, Bella Carter. Takes the pitch, is swung on, hit the third base sharply. Kane comes up with it, throws it across to Allie Rawls in time for the third out. So Lady Rebels unable to score in the bottom of the first. We'll be back with the top of the second.
There are banks in communities, and then since 1904, the Bank of Kilmichael has earned a reputation for friendly and courteous service, local decision-making, and just plain knowing how to take care of our customers. With locations in Kilmichael, Winona, Eupora, and Matheson, let us earn your business at the Bank of Kilmichael. We're open on Saturdays until noon as well. Good luck, Winona Stars, from everyone at the Bank of Kilmichael. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. There are banks in communities, and then there are community banks. Since 1904, the Bank of Kilmichael has earned a reputation for friendly and courteous service, local decision-making, and just plain knowing how to take care of our customers. With locations in Kilmichael, Winona, Eupora, and Matheson, let us earn your business at the Bank of Kilmichael. We're open on Saturdays until noon as well. Good luck, Winona Stars, from everyone at the Bank of Kilmichael. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars softball. Lady Stars taking on the Lady Rebels of Carroll Academy. As we get set for the top of the second inning, leading it off for the Lady Stars will be number 27, Miranda McDaniel. The Lady Stars scored one in the top of the first, and they hold on to a 1-0 lead. Perry continued taking her warm-up pitches here in the second inning. Take this opportunity to thank our pregame sponsor, Montgomery County Chantry Clerk Ryan Wood, also other sponsors you'll hear throughout the broadcast. Thank y'all for supporting Winona Christian School athletics. Also, these broadcasts are being brought to you on a Fuller Digital Solutions production. Starting it off for the Lady Stars will be the center fielder, number 27, Miranda McDaniel. She steps in to face Peyton Perry for the first time this afternoon. Perry's first pitch to McDaniel is upstairs for ball one. Perry's 1-0 delivery to McDaniel. Swung on, foul back into the net for strike one. Even it up with a ball and a strike. Top of the first inning just underway. Perry's 1-1 delivery to McDaniel. Swung on. This was fouled back and out of play. One ball, two strike. Stars center fielder, number 27, Miranda McDaniel. 1-2 delivery from Perry. Swung on. Missed. I think he said she must have got a piece of it to stay alive with a ball and two strikes. McDaniels digs in, waiting the 1-2 from Perry. It's on the way. Swung on, hit toward the shortstop. The backhand stop, gets it across. First base umpire says it pulled the Kelly off of first base, so McDaniel will be safe as Woods made a good stop and got it across the diamond to Kelly, but it was just a little down the line and it pulled her off of the bag, so McDaniel will be safe down at first base, and that'll bring the first baseman, number 7, Allie Rawls, to the plate to face Perry here in the top of the second inning. Rawls digs in from the left side. She squares the bunt. She takes a call strike on the outside corner. Miranda McDaniel, the runner down at first base. gets set to deliver her 1-0 delivery to Rawls. This swung on, hit toward shortstop. Shortstop was playing over, so they go into left field and advance McDaniel down to second. So Rawls on with a single. And that'll bring the third baseman, number 5, Terry Kane, to the plate for the Lady Stars with 2 on. Gets her signal from her signs from Coach Ramage down the third base coaching box. Steps in to face Perry. Perry's first pitch to Kane. She squares and bunts. Bunts it foul down the third base line. No outs here in the top of the second inning with 2 on. Lady Stars third baseman Terry Kane at the plate. Miranda McDaniel down at second, and Allie Rawls over at first. Next pitch to Kane. She squares the bunt. She bunts this one almost identical to the first one. Foul down the third base line. Kane behind to Perry, 0-2 here in the top of the first inning with no outs. Top of the second inning, excuse me. Perry's 0-2 delivery to Kane. Catches the outside corner for a call. Strike 3. Like that one may have been a little outside, but nonetheless, it's called strike 3. And that'll bring up the number 23, Michaela McDaniel. She steps in to face Perry here in the top of the second inning with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch from Perry is swung on and fouled to the left side for strike 1. Perry's next pitch stays upstairs for ball 1. Evens it up at a ball and a strike to number 23, Michaela McDaniel. 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Perry's next pitch swung on, lifted into the outfield. Left fielder's under it, and she'll catch it for the second out here in the top of the first inning. To get the Lady Stars back to the top of the order, the shortstop, number 2, Lenny Kate Wood, with 2 on and 2 outs. Lenny Kate led it off with a double back in the first and come around to score the Lady Stars' lone run here in the ball game. First pitch to Wood is on the way. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Lady Stars are going to have to step in and catch that outside pitch because he's calling a strike every time. The 0-1 from Perry to Wood misses inside for ball 1. Got away from Reeves, but not far enough for McDaniel to advance to third. So runner still at first and second with 2 outs. Perry's 1-1 delivery to Lenny Kate. Swung on and fouled over the right side and out of play. Lenny Kate Wood steps in to face Perry with the ball and 2 strikes with 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Perry's pitch is on the way, swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Lady Stars here in the top of the second. Had 2 led off with 2 singles to have 2 on and unable to bring them around to score. We'll be back with the bottom of the second.
Tired of looking at the same four walls? Is your bathroom still decorated in that green 70s color? Let Homefront Home Improvement help you update your home. They have a wide variety of paint colors to choose from, along with a full line of building materials for the contractor or the weekend warrior. They have all your lawn care needs as well. If they don't have what you need, they'll be happy to order it for you. Homefront Home Improvement, Applegate Street, Winona.
Visit the newly remodeled Guy's Catfish and Steakhouse in Vaden. Their all-you-can-eat buffet is now being served cafeteria style and still features all of your favorites, including your tantalizing catfish, smoked ribs, and chicken, and your favorite sides. And they have live music on their back porch most.
Welcome back to Lady Stars Softball, being brought to you on a Fuller Digital Solutions production. Take this opportunity to thank our pregame sponsor, Montgomery County Chancellor Clerk Ryan Wood, and also our sponsors. You're here between innings and Homefront Building Supply, Guy's Fish House, and the Bank of Kilmichael. Get set to start the bottom of the second inning. Leading it off for the Lady Rebels will be their pitcher, number 22, Peyton Perry. So step in to face Lady Stars pitcher Sarah Beth Rawls for the first time here this afternoon on the campus of Carroll Academy. Rawls gets set to deliver her first pitch to Perry. It's on the way, and it misses outside for ball one. One to count to Lady Star's second baseman. Perry's 1-1 delivery on the way, swung on, hit to third baseman Carter. She throws it across to Kelly, but at first base. Now to bring up the pitcher, Sarah Beth Rawls. Rawls will step in to face Perry with one on and one out. His leadoff reaches by the era down at first base. So Perry's first pitch to Rawls is on the way. It catches the very outside corner for a call, strike one. Allie Leach, the Lady Star, down at first. Next pitch to Rawls, downstairs for ball one. 1-1 to count to the Lady Stars pitcher, Sarah Beth Rawls. We're in the top of the third inning with one out. Lady Stars holding to a 1-0 lead over the Carroll Academy Lady Rebels. Rawls awaiting her 1-1 delivery from Perry. It's on the way, swung on, lifted in shallow center field. It'll fall in front of the center fielder for a base hit. Moves Leach down to second. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 6, Hillary Beckwith. Lady Stars have 2 on with 1 down. Picked up the courtesy runner for Sarah Beth Rawls. Looks to be number 18. First pitch to Beckwith. Swung on, hit foul down the left field line, down the third base line for strike one. Perry's 0-1 delivery to Beckwith is on the way. Swung on. Once again, she pulls it foul down the third base line. Courtesy runner for Sarah Beth Rawls is number 18, Katie Kendall Ware. So the 0-2 from Perry to Beckwith is on the way. It misses just a little upstairs for ball one. The ball and 2 strikes. Lady Stars have 2 on with 1 out. Here in the top of the 3rd inning. He left the pair stranded back in the 2nd. Scored 1 in the 1st. Beckwith steps in for her 1-0 offering from Perry. This time she swings on that one, gets enough of it to file it back and out of play to stay alive at a ball and 2 strikes. Lady Stars have Leach down at 2nd and Ware over at 1st. And Hillary Beckwith at the plate, facing Perry with 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch. This is just a little upstairs for ball 2. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. That one was fairly close. So Perry's 2-2 to the Lady Stars left fielder. Hillary Beckwith is on the way. Swung on, she gets a piece of it, files it straight back. She gets set to do it again with 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out and 2 on here in the top of the 3rd inning. Perry's 2-2 delivery to Beckwith was swung on, missed. They almost had Leach. Almost got her in a rundown down at 2nd, but that'll bring up the center fielder, number 27, Miranda McDaniel. McDaniel led off the Lady Stars with a single back in the 2nd. She steps in with 2 outs and 2 on here in the top of the 3rd inning. Leach still the Lady Star down at 2nd, and Katie Kendall Ware over at 1st. Perry's first pitch to McDaniel is hit into center field, or to get down for a base hit. Runners are off and running, and Leach will come around to score. Ware will stop over at 3rd. So Allie Leach will score from 2nd. Ware goes from 1st to 3rd. And Miranda McDaniel is on down at 1st base. Excuse me, she went on down to 2nd base on the throw toward the plate. That'll bring the Lady Stars first baseman, Allie Rawls, number 7, to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Katie Kendall Ware over at 3rd. And Miranda McDaniel down at 2nd. Allie Rawls, the Lady Star, at the plate. First pitch to Rawls. This is just a little bit inside for ball 1. Leach come around to score the Lady Stars' 2nd run here in the ball game to make it a 2-0 Lady Stars here in the top of the 3rd. Next pitch to Rawls. Swung on. High bouncer to the 2nd baseman. She gloves it, gets it over to Kelly for the 3rd out. So Rawls grounds out for the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd, but the Lady Stars played another run to make it 2-0. The Lady Stars will be back with the bottom of the 3rd.
There are banks in communities, and then there are community banks. Since 1904, the Bank of Kilmichael has earned a reputation for friendly and courteous service, local decision-making, and just plain knowing how to take care of our customers. With locations in Kilmichael, Winona, Eupora, and Matheson, let us earn your business at the Bank of Kilmichael. We're open on Saturdays until noon as well. Good luck, and an equal housing lender.
Tired of looking at the same four walls? Is your bathroom still decorated in that green 70s color? Let Homefront Home Improvement help you update your home. They have a wide variety of paint colors to choose from, along with a full line of building materials for the contractor or the weekend warrior. They have all your lawn care needs as well. If they don't have what you need, they'll be happy to order it for you. Homefront Home Improvement, Applegate Street, Winona.
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars fast pitch softball. Lady Stars are taking on the Lady Rebels of Carroll Academy. The broadcast is being brought to you on a Fuller Digital Solutions Productions. We get set for the bottom of the third inning. Lady Stars lead 2-0. Leading it off for the Lady Rebels in the bottom of the third will be their left fielder, Lexi McLean. She'll step in to face Sarah Beth Rawls here for the first time in the ball game. First pitch to McLean from Rawls is on the way. It's swung on. She fouls it off the end of the bat for strike one. Around the infield for the Lady Stars is Allie Rawls over at first, Allie Leach at second. Lenny Kate Wood at shortstop, and Tara Kane at third base. Behind the plate is Kayla Brooke Barnes. One from Rawls. Swung on over towards second base. Leach is able to come up and catch it for the first out. Here in the bottom of the third, around the outfield for the Lady Stars is Hillary Beckwith in left field, Miranda McDaniel in center field, and Amelia Taylor over in right field. Now batting for the Lady Rebels is the right fielder, number 17, Elena Garrett. Should step into on the left side to face Sarah Beth Rawls here in the bottom of the third inning with one out. First pitch misses high and upstairs for ball one. On 5 straight back for strike two. Ball and 2 strikes, the count. The Lady Rebels right fielder, number 17, Elena Garrett. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1-2 delivery from Rawls. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Allie Leach haul it in for the second out. Gets the Lady Rebels back to the top of the order. Their second baseman, number 28, Helen Claire Cobb. Got a base hit back in the first inning. She'll step in to face Sarah Beth Rawls here in the bottom of the third inning with 2 outs.
Get the ball in and stuff.
Rawls' first pitch to Cobb, swung on, a little dribbler down the third base line. Kane comes up with it, had to charge in to get it, but is unable to get a throw across to the first base in time. So she had no play, so she just held on to it. So Helen Claire Cobb will be on down at first base with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Beth Rawls, with 2 outs and 1 on here in the bottom of the third inning. Lady Stars holding a 2-0 lead over the Lady Rebels. Rawls' pitch to Cobb. She squared the bunt and bunted it foul down the first base line for strike one. By the first baseman, Allie Rawls. She throwed it high to Leach, who had moved over to cover. And Helen Claire Cobb moves around to third. Mary Braxton Cobb will be on over at first base. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 24, Mary Bryn Reeves. So the Lady Rebels have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning, as the Lady Rebels catcher steps in to face Sarah Beth Rawls. Reeves reached on the fielder's choice back in the first. Runners on the corners as the Cobbs, Helen Claire Cobb and Mary Braxton Cobb, are the runners for the Lady Rebels. First pitch to Reeves, swung on. It'll be fouled off to the right side and out of play for strike one. Two down here in the bottom of the third inning. The Lady Rebels have a runner in scoring position down at third, in the form of Helen Claire Cobb, the Lady Rebels second baseman. The 0-1 delivery from Rawls stays upstairs, and Mary Braxton Cobb takes off for second. As Barnes comes up and throwed it to Wood as she was charging in, trying to get Helen Claire Cobb to commit from third, but unable to do so. So the runners now at second and third with two down here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch to Reeves is swung on. She tried to hold up, was unable to, makes it a ball and two strikes on the Lady Rebels catcher, Mary Bryn Reeves. To a 2-0 lead. The Lady Rebels threatened in the bottom of the third, but unable to score a run as they left two on. It's one at second, one at third with two outs to end the third. Lady Stars will lead it off. Get set for the bottom half of the fourth inning. Leading it off for the Lady Rebels will be their third baseman, number 21, Bella Carter. Carter grounded out back in the first. She steps in to face Sarah Beth Rawls, the bottom of the fourth. Lady Stars holding on to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch lined into right field, but right at Amelia Taylor. The first out here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 22, Peyton Perry. Have a runner for Perry over at first. So Woods digs in to face Sarah Beth Rawls here in the fourth. First pitch misses downstairs for ball one. Courtesy runner over at first was number 1, Mackenzie Reeves, to run for Peyton Perry. Perry being the pitcher, so she gets a courtesy runner when she reaches base. Next pitch to Woods. Two balls, no strikes to the Lady Rebels shortstop, Presley Woods. Rawls' pitch stays downstairs for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Woods way ahead of Rawls here in the bottom of the fourth. One out and one on in the form of Reeves over at first. The 3-0 to Woods. Misses for ball 4. So 2 walks in a row. Has 2 on with 1 out for the Lady Rebels here in the bottom of the fourth. Now to bring the Lady Rebels first baseman, number 4, Shelby. Here it is on the way. Swung on. Winona Christian School Lady Stars fast pitch softball. Lady Rebels plate 3 in the home half of the fourth to take a 3-2 lead over the Lady Stars. The Lady Stars coming to bat here in the top of the 5th inning. Leading it off for the Lady Stars will be their pitcher, number 28, Sarah Beth Rawls. Rawls will step in, and she's had a back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars fast pitch softball. We get set for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Lady Stars retake the lead in the top of the 5th by a score of 4-3. Leading it off for the Lady Rebels will be the catcher, number 24, Mary Bryn Reeves. Got a fielder's choice in the first. It flew out to second baseman in the 3rd. Digs in here in the 5th to face Sarah Beth Rawls. First pitch swung on, hit right back up the middle for a base hit. So Reeves will be on down at first base as she lined that one right back to the shortstop side of the pitcher's mound into center field. That brings the 3rd baseman, number 21, Bella Carter, to the plate with 1 on and no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Carter digs in, face Rawls. First pitch swung, hit down the 3rd base line. It'll be off the leg of Kane. Carter will be on over at first. It'll be 2 on and no outs, and that brings the pitcher, Peyton Perry, to the plate to face Sarah Beth Rawls with 2 on and no outs. They're in the bottom of the 5th. Rawls' first pitch to Perry here in the 5th. Swung on. Fouled down the first base side for strike 1. Lady Rebels coach wants to have a word with Perry. Expect Perry to try to lay down the bunt with 2 on and no outs. She squares the bunt. The next pitch from Rawls. As she bunts it, pops it up, and Kayla Brooke Barnes is able to hang on to it for the out. So that brings the shortstop, 00, Presley Woods, to the plate. Woods is a victim of strikeout in the 2nd. And reached by base on balls in the 4th. Sticks in to face Sarah Beth Rawls with 1 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Reeves down at 2nd and Carter over at first of the Lady Rebels on the base path. And Woods is the Lady Rebel at the plate, trying to bring around Reeves and Carter. Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th. Lady Rebels trying to retake the lead. The 0-2 delivery from Rawls is on the way, and it gets past Barnes, and that'll allow Reeves and Carter to move up. So Reeves will be over at 3rd, Carter down at 2nd with 1 out. With the ball and a strike to Woods, the Lady Rebel at the plate. The 1-2 from Rawls is on the way. This is downstairs, evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 on. Runner down at 2nd and 3rd for the Lady Rebels. Rawls' 2-2 delivery is on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 3 for the 2nd out of the inning. And that gets the first baseman, Shelby Lane Kelly, to the plate. Kelly has been a victim of strikeout in her first 2 plate appearances. She's up at a big time for the Lady Rebels with 2 on and 2 outs as they trail the Lady Stars by 1. 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. delivery to Kelly, who's on the way. Swung on and missed for strike one. Kelly gets set, awaiting her 0-1 delivery from Rawls with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, it's on the way. It misses outside, evened up at a ball and a strike. One to count with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th for the Lady Rebels. Shelby Lane Kelly swung on, hit toward Leach at second. She gloves it, throws it over to first in time for the 3rd out. So the Lady Stars escape, giving up the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back with the top of the 6th.
Visit the newly remodeled Guy's Catfish and Steakhouse in Vaden. Their all-you-can-eat buffet is now being served cafeteria style and still features all of your favorites, including your tantalizing catfish, smoked ribs, and chicken, and your favorite sides. And they have live music on their back porch most weekends. You'll never leave hungry at Guy's Catfish and Steakhouse on Highway 35 in Vaden. They're open Thursday through Saturday evening.
Guys now has both live and cooked crawfish. Call for their prices.
Tired of looking at the same 4 walls? Is your bathroom still decorated in that green 70s color? Let Homefront Home Improvement help you update your home. They have a wide variety of paint colors to choose from, along with a full line of building materials for the contractor or the weekend warrior. They have all your lawn care needs as well. If they don't have what you need, they'll be happy to order it for you. Homefront Home Improvement, Applegate Street, Winona.
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars fast pitch softball as we get set to bring you the top of the 6th inning. Lady Stars taking on the Carroll Academy Lady Rebels at Carroll Academy. Lady Stars lead by a score of 4-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Lady Stars leading it off for the Lady Stars in the top of the 6th will be number 23, Michaela McDaniel. McDaniel flew out in the 2nd and grounded out in the 4th. She'll be facing Peyton Perry here in the 6th. Throws Perry's warm-up pitch down to second base as we get set for the top of the 6th inning. Lady Stars holding to a narrow 4-3 lead. Kayla McDaniel digs in to face Peyton Perry here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch to McDaniel is on the way. It's swung on, lifted back. Reeves comes back and unable to get back to the netting in time to make a play, and it falls to the ground for strike one. So McDaniel will dig in to face Perry behind 0-1 in the count. Top of the 6th just underway. Next pitch. One of those way outside strikes for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. And no outs. McDaniel, the first batter here in the top of the 6th inning. The 0-2 from Perry is on the way. This swung on, was fouled hard down the third base line. Get set. The 0-2 delivery from Perry to McDaniel here in the top of the 6th inning. Reeves sits up outside, and the pitch is low for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to the Lady Stars, Michaela McDaniel. From the Lady Rebels, Peyton Perry. The 1-2 delivery is on the way. And it catches the inside corner for the call, strike 3. McDaniel thought it was a little bit inside and brushed her off the plate, but he called it a strike 3. So that'll get the Lady Stars back to the top of the order. To the shortstop, number 2, Lenny Kate Wood. Wood had a pair of hits here in the ball game. She faces Perry with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Wood. Inside for ball 1. Wood awaits her 1-0 delivery from Perry. It's on the way. It's called a strike. So, 1-1 count on Lady Stars shortstop Lenny K. Wood facing Peyton Perry here in the top of the 6th. Lady Stars lead by a score of 4-3. Wood hit this one over the head of the shortstop into left field for a single. Bring up the Lady Stars catcher, number 15, Kayla Brooke Barnes. Barnes had a ground out in the first, a strikeout in the third, and a base hit in the 4th. She steps in to face Perry here in the 6th with 1 down and 1 on. First pitch from Perry to Barnes. Catches that outside corner for a call, strike 1. On the pitch, Wood moves down to second. The pitchers are getting the way outside strike and not getting the inside strike this afternoon. It's going both ways. But the 0-1 to Barnes from Perry is on the way. It bounces to the plate, blocked up nicely by Reeves, giving it up at a ball and a strike. 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-1 to Barnes from Perry is on the way. Swung on. Be off of the right arm of the umpire for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes with 1 down and 1 on here in the top of the 6th inning. One ball, 2 strikes to Lady Stars catcher Kayla Brooke Barnes. Next pitch swung on, hit into the gap between first and second. Good strong throw by Taylor. By the right fielder Garrett. Holds Lenny Kate Wood over at third base. Kayla Brooke Barnes beyond down at second base. Wood will be at at third. And a courtesy runner for Barnes is down at second. Unable to pick up the number. I think it's number 26, Hannah Hayes Ware. He brings to the plate the second baseman, number 19, Allie Leach. First pitch to Leach is hit into left fielder. It'll get over the left fielder's head. One run comes in to score. Here comes the second run. And Leach will be on down at second base. So Woods scored from third, and I think that was Hannah Hayes-Ware scoring from second. And Leach is standing on second base as the Lady Stars take a 6-3 lead with one out here in the top of the sixth inning. That brings the pitcher, Sarah Beth Rawls, to the plate. She hits the first pitch to her. Good backhand stop by Woods, but she won't get it to first in time as Leach moves over to third, and Rawls moves down to second as Rawls hit that one on the nose. Woods did a good job of backhand stop, but unable to get it over to first in time. Once again, the courtesy runner for Sarah Beth Rawls will be number 18, Katie Kendall Ware. So the Lady Stars have runners at third and second in the form of Allie Leach and Katie Kendall Ware, and that brings the left fielder, number 6, Hillary Beckwith, to the plate. Still just one out here in the top of the sixth innings. Lady Stars extended their lead to 6-3. Beckwith awaiting her first pitch from Perry. It's on the way. It's upstairs for ball one. One ball, no strikes. Two on and one out here in the top of the sixth inning. Perry gets set to deliver the 1-0 to Beckwith. She hits it down the third base line. It'll go all the way to the fence. It'll score a pair. Beckwith will be coming around to third. There comes a throw, not in time. So Beckwith will be down at third with her triple. The Lady Stars played another 2 runs to extend their lead to 8-3 as Beckwith hit that one on the nose right down the line. Got all the way to the fence to score 2. Beckwith goes around to third for her triple. And that brings the center fielder, number 27, Miranda McDaniel, to the plate. The Lady Rebels ask for and receive timeout. With one out here in the top of the sixth inning. Lady Stars have played at 4 here in the top of the sixth. Led off the inning with a strikeout and then followed by 4 base hits in a row by Wood, Barnes, Leach, Rawls, and Beckwith. 5 base hits in a row. Conversation on the mound is over, and we get set to get back to action as the center fielder, Miranda McDaniel, steps in to face Peyton Perry here in the top of the sixth inning. McDaniel already has a pair of base hits on the night, looking for her third. Perry's first pitch to McDaniel. The outside corner for call strike 1. A 0-1 delivery from Perry to McDaniel. Swung on. it high. Kelly's under it, and she'll make the catch in foul territory for the second out. That'll bring the Lady Stars first baseman number 7, Allie Rawls, to the plate. She'll step in to face Perry with one on down at third base in the form of Hillary Beckwith. Rawls has a base hit in the second, a ground out in the third, and a ground out in the fifth. She digs in to face Perry here in the sixth. First pitch to her, hit right back up the middle. It'll get down in front of the center fielder. They'll bring Beckwith in to score, and Rawls slides safely in to second base as center fielder let the ball get by her. And it didn't go far, but just enough to allow Rawls to move down to second base, and that brings the third baseman, Terry Kane, to the plate. She's had a strikeout and a couple ground outs. She steps in to face Perry here in the sixth. First pitch to Kane, swung on, fouled hard, out of play down the right side. The 0-1 offering to Kane. Swung on, hit out towards second base. Second baseman fields it over to first in time for the third out. The Lady Stars score 5 to extend their lead to 9-3. We'll be back with the bottom of the sixth inning.
There are banks in communities, and then there are community banks. Since 1904, the Bank of Kilmichael has earned a reputation for friendly and courteous service, local decision-making, and just plain knowing how to take care of our customers. With locations in Kilmichael, Winona, Eupora, and Matheson, let us earn your business at the Bank of Kilmichael. We're open on Saturdays until noon as well. Good luck, Winona Stars, from everyone at the Bank of Kilmichael. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Visit the newly remodeled Guy's Catfish and Steakhouse in Vaden. Their all-you-can-eat buffet is now being served cafeteria style and still features all of your favorites, including your tantalizing catfish, smoked ribs, and chicken, and your favorite sides. And they have live music on their
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars fast pitch softball as we get set for the home half of the sixth inning as the Lady Stars extended their lead out to 9-3 in the bottom of the sixth. In the top of the sixth. The Lady Rebels will lead it off with their left fielder, number 5, Lexi McClain, to lead it off for them here in the bottom of the sixth inning. She digs in to face Sarah Beth Rawls. First pitch to McClain. Swung on. Popped up. Allie Rawls does a shoestring catch on a short pop-up for the first out. Rawls did a good job of coming in and catching that one right off the top of her shoestrings before it fell to the ground. So that gets the right fielder, number 17, Elena Garrett, to the plate with one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Garrett waiting on her first pitch from Rawls. Swung on, hit towards second. Leach comes up, fields it, throws it over to Rawls for the second out. That gets the Lady Rebels back to the top of the order. The second baseman, number 28, Helen Claire Cobb. She'll come to the plate to face Sarah Beth Rawls with 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Rawls looks in, gets her sign. Her pitch is on the way to Cobb. It's outside for ball one. Rawls' 0-1 delivery to Cobb. Swung on. Foul back and out of play to even it up. Had a ball and a strike. One count to Helen Claire Cobb, Lady Rebels second baseman. Next pitch from Rawls on the way. Catches the inside corner for a call, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rawls' 1-2 delivery to Helen Claire Cobb is on the way. Way upstairs and outside for ball 2. Evened up 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two the count to Cobb, Lady Rebels second baseman. The 2-2 delivery from Rawls. Change up, gets her swinging. Lady Rebels go down in order. We get set for the top of the 7th inning after these words.
Tired of looking at the same 4 walls? Is your bathroom still decorated in that green 70s color? Let Homefront Home Improvement help you update your home. They have a wide variety of paint colors to choose from, along with a full
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars softball. Lady Stars holding on to a 9-3 lead going into the top of the 7th inning. As we get set for the top of the 7th. And looks like Amelia Taylor will bat in the place of Michaela McDaniel here in the 7th. Lady Stars leading the Lady Rebels 9-3. We'd like to take this opportunity once again to thank our pregame sponsor, Montgomery County Chancery Clerk Ryan Wood. Also our other sponsors you heard throughout the broadcast, Homefront Building Supply, Guy's Fish House, and the Bank of Kilmichael. And also these broadcasts are being brought to you on a Fuller Digital Solutions production. We get set for the top of the 7th. Taylor digs in to face Perry. First pitch swung on, hit toward Woods over at shortstop. She feels it, comes up. It won't be in time to get Taylor. So Taylor will be on down at first base and gets the Lady Stars back to the top of the order. Their shortstop, number 2, Lenny Kate Wood, step in to face Perry here in the 7th. Wood has put together 3 base hits. Earlier in the contest, steps in the 7th to face Perry. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Next pitch to Wood. The 1-0 from Perry is on the way. Swung on, hit towards shortstop. Woods feels it. It comes out of her glove. She's unable to make a play. So Taylor moves down to second. Wood is on over at first. Woods knocked it down, was unable to field it cleanly to make a play. So that brings up the catcher, number 15, Kayla Brooke Barnes, with no outs and 2 on here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch to Barnes is on the way. Swung on. Foul back and out of play for strike 1. One to count with no outs and 2 on. Taylor down at second. Wood over at first. Next pitch to Barnes. Stays upstairs for ball 1. Evened up at a ball and a strike. Barnes steps back in to face Perry here in the top of the 7th. Perry's 1-1 delivery. Stays just a little upstairs for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. No outs. 2 on here in the top of the 7th. Perry's pitch. This is outside for ball 3. 3-1 to count to Barnes here in the top of the 7th. 2 on and no outs. The 3-1 to Barnes. Swung on and miss for strike 2. Brings the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 to Kayla Brooke Barnes from Peyton Perry is on the way. It stays high for ball 4. So that'll load them up for the Lady Stars. And it brings the second baseman, number 19, Allie Leach, to the plate. Running for Barnes over at first will be Hannah Hayes Ware. Leach with a pair of hits. Excuse me. Leach has 3 hits on the afternoon. She digs in with no outs. First pitch to her, hit to the third baseman, Carter. She feels it. She'll tag Wood. But Taylor comes around to score. Wood will be tagged out for the first out. And that'll bring the pitcher, Sarah Beth Rawls, to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch to Rawls is on the way, and it's called strike 1. Runners at first and second. Former Hannah Hayes Ware and Allie Leach. Next pitch is hit into right field. Ware comes around. She'll slide in safely at home plate. And the ball gets into center field. And Allie Leach moves over to third. Sarah Beth Rawls down to second. Extends the Lady Star lead to 11-3 as Katie Kendall Ware will courtesy run for Sarah Beth Rawls, and that'll bring the left fielder, number 6, Hillary Beckwith, to the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Steps in to face Peyton Perry here in the top of the 7th inning with 1 down. First pitch to Beckwith. Swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Lady Stars left fielder Hillary Beckwith. Next pitch swung on, hit the third baseman Carter. She loves it, throws it over to first for 1, but Allie Leach comes home to score on the throw over. So Beckwith grounds out to third for the 2nd out, and that brings the center fielder, 27, Miranda McDaniel. Katie Kendall Ware moved over to third. There's a runner on third with 2 outs, and Miranda McDaniel at the plate. First pitch, swinging strike. Lady Stars have extended the lead to 12-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. Next pitch to McDaniel, swung on, hit into center field. Center fielder comes up and makes the grab for the 3rd out. So we'll be back with the home half of the 7th after these messages.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
There are banks in communities, and then there are community banks. Since 1904, the Bank of Kilmichael has earned a reputation for friendly and courteous service, local decision-making, and just Winona, Eupora, and Matheson. Let us earn your business at the Bank of Kilmichael. We're open on Saturdays until noon as well. Good luck, Winona Stars, from everyone at the Bank of Kilmichael. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Winona Christian School Lady Stars Fast Pitch Softball. We get set to bring you the bottom of the 7th inning. Lady Stars extend their lead to 12-3. The Lady Rebels have 3 outs to work with. Once again, thank our pregame sponsor, Montgomery County Chancery Clerk Ryan Wood. Also our other sponsors you heard throughout the broadcast. Homefront Building Supply, Guys Fish and Steakhouse, and the Bank of Kilmichael. And also, these broadcasts are being brought to you on a Fuller Digital Solutions production. Leading it off for the Lady Rebels in the bottom of the 7th is Mary Braxton Cobb, their center fielder. She steps in to face Sarah Beth Ross here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch swung on, fouled out of play to the right side. Sarah Beth Ross gets set to give her 0-1 delivery to Cobb. Ross's delivery is on the way. It bounces to the plate for ball 1. Even it up at a ball and a strike with no outs. Lead off Lady Rebel here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 1-1 offering from Rawls. Right there for a call, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cobb digs in to face Rawls. The 1-2 pitch stays low Even it up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cobb awaiting the 2-2. She swings at the 2-2, lifts it down the right field line into foul territory and stay alive here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Amelia Taylor goes over and gets the ball back in. So Rawls gets set to send her 2-2 delivery to Cobb here in the bottom of the 7th. Rawls' pitch is on the way. Stays outside. Bring the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. No outs to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 7th, Mary Braxton Cobb. Rawls' 3-2 delivery. Swung on. Gets past Rawls. Leach comes up with it. She'll make a high throw over to first and gets into the Lady Stars dugout. So Cobb is awarded second base. That brings up the catcher, number 24, Mary Bryn Reeves. She'll step in to face Rawls with 1 on, no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. As Leach come up, rushed her throw, throwed it over the head of Allie Rawls. Got into the Lady Stars dugout, so Mary Braxton Cobb down at second base. And the catcher, Mary Bryn Reeves, steps in to face Rawls. First pitch way upstairs for ball 1. Rawls gets set to send the 1-0 delivery to the plate. Swung on, hit towards second. Leach feels it, comes up, gets it to Rawls for 1. There's 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th as Cobb moves over to third. And that brings the third baseman, Bella Carter, to the plate to face Sarah Beth Rawls here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 down and 1 on. Carter digs in to face Rawls here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 down. First pitch to Carter. Falls in there for a call, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery from Rawls to Carter is on the way. Swung on, hit towards second base. Leach ranges over, fields it, throws it over to Rawls at first, but Cobb will come in from third to score. So it's 2 down in the inning, and that gets the Lady Rebels pitcher, Peyton Perry, number 22, to the plate to face Rawls. Makes it a 12-4 Lady Stars lead. First pitch is a strike. First pitch to Perry was a strike. Next pitch misses upstairs. Even it up at a ball and a strike. Rawls sends her 1-1 to Perry. Swung on, hit toward Kane. She feels it, throws it across the diamond. And it's off the end of Allie Rawls' glove over at first as the throw was a little short. Rawls extended out, tried to catch it, but it come off the end of her glove. And that brings the shortstop, Presley Woods, to the plate with 2 down and 1 on here in the bottom of the 7th. On to run for Perry is Reeves. Presley Woods is 0-0. The Lady Rebel shortstop steps in to face Sarah Beth Rawls here in the bottom of the 7th. Lady Rebels trail 12-4. First pitch from Rawls swung on, lifted out of play down the right field line for strike 1. And 0-1 delivery from Rawls is low, even it up at a ball and a strike. Barnes tried to throw in behind Reeves down at first. She gets back in safely. Woods awaiting her 1-1 delivery from Rawls. 1-1 is on the way. Swung on. It's fouled off of the plate for strike 2. The ball and 2 strikes with 2 down. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sarah Beth Rawls gets set. Send her 1-2 delivery to Woods. It swung on, hit back to Rawls. She gloves it, throws it over to Allie Rawls for the softball as they're victorious 12-4 over the Lady Rebels of Carroll Academy. We thank you for listening to our broadcast. I'm Lynn Shambly along with my cameraman, Wyatt Shambly.